Hi, I'm Jim Chip here, and I'm here with a Quebecois member. I have a few questions for you.
Oh, go ahead.
How do you feel about this movement for independence?
I think it is a good movement. I think we don't really have our own sense of nationalism within Canada. We are French speaking, and we have our own customs and beliefs that I think we should become our own nation, so we don't have to be lumped in with every other English speaking Canadian province.
Okay, why do you find this movement for the people of Quebec?
This movement is important because it's all about just how we're trying to find our own sense of like nationalism in the world, and I think if we get lumped in with everyone else, then it sort of just takes that away, and it just, I don't know, if we became our own country, it'd be better off for us, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, do you feel like Quebec is close to finalizing this up? Ending this, like...
Ending this debate?
Yes.
I personally, as a member of the Quebecois, don't really think we're anywhere near finalizing it, or how you would say, departing from Canada as a whole. But I think that with a lot of work and just efforts to separate, that I think in the future we can really do it and hopefully become our own country.
Do you think both Canada and Quebec are agreeing on something?
Not really. Canada as a whole isn't really part of it. It's more people of Quebec voting against people of Quebec on whether or not we want to become our own country, and whether or not we want to separate from Canada, become our own thing, and we haven't really been able to agree on anything or all be in the same place at the same time on it.
Do you feel like people around the world should know about this?
I think for all the people in Canada, they should know, if they don't really think this is an important thing to learn about or anything, that it's not really their issue, so they're not worried about it. But for people in Quebec who wanna be separate and wanna be our own country, our own nation, our own state, I think it's important for them to learn about it, and so that if they do call for a third vote eventually, maybe hopefully, that they can do to the best of their ability to vote for a smarter and better Quebec.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to tell the people at home listening to this?
Well, for people all around the world at home, this issue may not matter to you. You could be living in China or Russia and not care about what's going on here, but for us, this is our problem and something that we want to do, and just hope, like I said before, that if you live in Quebec, you can do your research and become informed on the event, and hopefully make smart decisions about how you vote in the future.
Okay. Do you know any of the history or how this started?
So there was this thing called the French Indian War, and when they had the war, it ended up being where the French lost, and so a lot of their forces and all of the French people left. They left Canada because the war spilled over there too. And after they left, there was people all over Canada that were French, and they were French speaking. And so they all sort of just grouped up in Quebec, and so now that is the history of sort of how it's French speaking and how they're different, and they have their own country basically within a bigger country. It's just not official yet. They're all the same, and they're all different from everyone else, and they're just trying to hope for some reform.
Okay, thank you very much for coming in. I would hope to this would happen, and good luck on.
Thanks very much, Jim.